Hey guys, it's been a minute since I made a video, but broke my phone, had all kinds of craziness. So hopefully this sounds okay. I'm kind of borrowing something for a moment, just so I can kind of get things rolling again. I wanted to talk about toxic relationships, i.e. toxic people. Um, it's pretty easy to determine if you're in a toxic relationship or if you are the toxic person or not. But it's also important to understand there's no fixing toxic people. So I know there's a lot of people right now that when I go through this definition, it's going to be your partner. Might even be you a little bit. But it's important to understand that that type of toxic behavior has to be healed from the inside out. And unless your partner recognizes that they are the issue and are wanting to fix it, it's not going to get fixed. So save your energy. Walk away. That's what I would do. That's what I did do. Anyway, toxic relationships. The definition of being toxic is someone that is crazy insecure, domineering, manipulative, um, just downright unfaithful. Yeah, so insecure people. We've all been around them, we've experienced it. And insecurities alone doesn't necessarily dictate it's going to be a toxic relationship, but it does lead to the imagination that you're going to go through a whole lot with those insecurities, especially in the day and age where we have social media, especially in the day and age where women are not at home in the kitchen, barefoot, having babies. You're out in the world. So you see more people, you experience more things. So insecurities of, say, men that think that you're always out here cheating, just because you actually speak to other guys. That's an issue. We have to be social creatures. We're business owners, we're employees, we're citizens. You go out and about and you're going to speak to people. We all know just having a conversation is nowhere near cheating, but for someone with an insecurity, it causes a lot of problems. It can even get a little violent. Heck, I've gotten into it over just simply guys looking at me while I'm shopping at Walmart. I didn't know who they were. But the old toxic partner I had, not only did I know them, I was intimately knowing them, and I've never seen them before in my life. They were nowhere near my type anyway. But an insecure person doesn't care about logic. So insecurities are a big problem. When I run into them, I immediately gauge if it's something I'm willing to invest my energy into correcting, if possible. But a lot of times it's not even correctable because you can provide sufficient evidence to say that you're solid, and it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. They don't care because it's their own hardcore belief that they're not loyal. Um, so recognize that if someone's constantly asking you to prove yourself and prove yourself and prove yourself, and you're still not getting treated any better, stop proving yourself and walk away. Seriously, there's so much more out here. Anyway, another definition of toxic or not, someone who's domineering. Now, I'm kind of on the fence with this one just a little bit, just a little, because I happen to find an alpha male that actually does what he's supposed to do the correct way and doesn't have a whole bunch of emotional baggage holding him back. I find that sexy. However, there's a caveat. There's nothing sexy about a man that degrades women. There's nothing sexy about a man that completely ignores a woman's rights and just does what he wants and treats her any old kind of way. So, that type of domineering, we don't need. We had daddies, we made it through that, we're an adult here. We don't need a daddy now. Like, if I call you daddy in the bedroom, it's just for fun. Don't get carried away. Just saying. Okay. And then, of course, outside of the domineering part, you've got the, you know, unreliable part. You got a lot of promises that they're gonna, build foundations, build families, be faithful, be better, whatever, and it might work for a couple of days, maybe even up to about 2 weeks, and then it just starts to crumble. Well, ladies, gentlemen, it's crumbling because it's non-authentic. It's crumbling because it's being done only to be the master manipulator, to keep you exactly where they want you, so they can continue to destroy you. That is their main objective. They are broken and destroyed on the inside, and it's not anything you've done. But you were the silly person that reached out and wanted to love them, and by God, as much as you tried, it's just impossible. And it's impossible because they do not love themselves. It is impossible because they are so committed to the toxic negativity that they have been conditioned to believe in that they can't see the goodness in love. You can't love someone who's toxic because they don't understand love. But I tell you one thing. Love trusts. Love is loyal. Love with respect. Love does not hurt you. Love helps you grow. Love helps you feel centered and connected. Now, when you show me a toxic person that makes you feel those things, then I'll take back what I said. But until then, ladies, gentlemen, if you're running into somebody with, any of these qualities, like they're super selfish, really self-centered, like you can't get them to do anything for you, and they're constantly complaining about you're not meeting their needs, and you're not doing this for them, and you're not doing that for them, and you're not doing that for them, but you can't even get a hug, or you can't even get the one thing you've been asking for 6 months, then you know you're in a toxic relationship. Love doesn't do that. When you love someone, you cannot help but want to make them happy. When you love someone, you can't help but make them a priority. So a lot of you who are out here thinking you're in love, you're really not. You are not in love. You're in lust or in your habituation. Okay? Because love is one of the most beautiful things in the world. Love is what we are put here to do. I don't care if you're alpha. I don't care if you're submissive. I don't care if you're straight, gay, bi, or you just don't even know, transgender. It doesn't matter. Love is love. We are clear to love everyone and respect everyone. And when you come in contact with a toxic person, they don't care about that. They care about themselves and themselves alone. They may do small things, really, and obviously you can't just walk around being a selfish turd and like attract love. That's not how they get it. They do have enough sense to put on airs and make it seem like, they're a good catch. It's just once you get acclimated to them, once you get used to being with them, that's when they start changing the game up. And that's when you've got to be strong enough to be, let's pump the brakes. My life means something. Happiness means something to me. I can snatch my heart back in an instant. That's not a problem. And the reason I can do that is because a lot of my heart loves me first. I have to be loved the way I love me, or it's not going to work. I love myself a whole lot. Yes, I do. Even in my lowest point. And trust me, I'm going through some stuff right now. But I'm still worthy. So, focus on some of that stuff. A little bit of self-love will go a long way. And if you got a toxic person in your life, clean that shit up. Life's too short.